Lovely, wonderful people, see what is going on now. Federal government meets with labor's leaders as NLC's indefinite strike begins today. So NLC has been speaking. It feels like he's been falling on deaf ears. In fact, Tinubu's government has threatened them, saying that they cannot afford to say they are going on strike, that workers must work, because if they do that, they are going against the tenets of the court. So what Nigerian government does is that they will use the courts to hold the people to ransom. They cannot speak, and there is nothing for them coming from the court. The court is not, the government is not responding, yet the court has told them, don't go on strike. Now, strike becomes the only avenue, the only way by which they can express themselves and get the government attention. Because if they don't, a peaceful conduct, if they don't, the government will pretend like they are not there, carrying on with business as usual, and the common man will suffer. So why all this is being talked or said about, guess what is going on? Nigeria's government is saying, oh, remember the court order, you cannot go on strike. Anyway, my lovely people, strike begins today. Tinubu's government is not happy. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Federal government meets with labor leaders as NLC begins indefinite strike today. As the Nigerian Labour Congress pushes through with its industrial action, the Minister for Labour, Employment and Productivity, Simeon Lelung, had convened a meeting with labor leaders to avert a possible shutdown of the nation's economy. Late Nigeria recalled that NLC and Trade Union Congress of Nigeria, TUC, on Monday directed its members to commence mobilization for a nationwide strike over the assault on NLC President Joe, which the presidency and the federal government has not said a word towards. The organized labor directed its to implement the resolution of the National Executive Council. Addressing journalists on Monday, November the 13th, President of TUC, Festus Osofo, said the strike will remain until government at all levels wake up to their responsibility. However, Punch newspaper reports on Tuesday morning that the trade union leaders are expected to be at a meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government later today. Source told our news agency that the ministers have convened a meeting with the labor leader for today, Tuesday, following an extraordinary National Executive Council meeting last Tuesday in Abuja. The leadership of NLC and TUC declared a complete nationwide strike. After the announcement, the National Organized Labor Union mobilized its members and supporters. The decision was reached by TLC and TUC after the brutalization of NLC National President Joe last week in Imo State. There have been widespread outrage by the organized labor, accusing the former commissioner of police in Imo State, Mohammed Berdi, of complacency in the recent attack on Joe in Owerri, Imo State, the capital. Yet, the federal government has not said a word. This has led to why they must have this nationwide strike, unless the federal government does something magical to avert what is being said already today. So that's what is going on, because the Nigerian government do not want the nation to be shut down. And so they are looking for every way, humanly speaking, possible, not because they are really concerned about the people, but because of how it affects them. The nation will be shut down, nothing will work, meaning that no money will come in. And so that is the only way they can get the government attention. What happened in Owerri has still not been rectified, and yet the federal government is saying, move on, it's normal. No, it's not. For if you condone and accept that, it will become a practice that will be condoned, and the NLC or the TUC will have no voice, no place at all. There is what we call law and order. Sadly, in Nigeria, it's all been mixed up. It's all interwoven, it's all intertwined, so much so that People do no longer know their rights. For instance, our judiciary has no stand because the executive controls the bag. When I mean the bag, the owo, the money, the color. Yeah. So because who owes the money controls the people. And so you can see that even the judiciary has no reason to say right from wrong. In fact, right from wrong is dependent on who has the deepest pockets. Welcome to Nigeria, where things can happen and everybody begin to wonder, how did we get here? If things will change and if things will get better, it is now more than ever before for us to take things rather very seriously, rise up to the occasion and say enough is enough. We're not going to sit back here and allow most of these things to continue to define who we are. This is not who we are. So there is a lot already going on. There is a lot already involved. However, if we want a change, we will have to move further. We will have to make real effort and push even harder. So this is why we all must not give up. We must continue to wake up and ensure that we are establishing our position and standing firm. So my lovely people, now waiting with the experience be all of this. They go tell us, say, this, so, that, so, but they know what they are doing. I can assure you for free. And that is why we must not relent in praying for this country. I say pray, I know it's not they talk. Because if we not pray for this country, we leave her for the hands of those when they feel say, now they get country, you go surprise you. It go shock you. It go shock you. So these are some of the issues, our very, very fundamental, what we stand for, what we believe in has been totally eroded. We don't even have a judiciary system in this country. Why? Most of them are rather here and there doing things that, will only profit them. And so it becomes a shame, a real shame. So this is why we all need to rise up and ensure that we join in ensuring that Nigeria gets the very best and things are really transformed. Other than that, we'll be surprised what will and may follow. It is about time we begin to ensure that we do the necessary and all the needful to bring us into a place of real position where Nigeria can change and things can get better. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. From us, is bye for now.